Hello everybody, it is Reaper Games, and this is why I think Dead by Daylight isn't fun. It's been quite a while since I made a video, but there's a reason for that. It honestly sucks that I don't have the energy for this game anymore because this is the first time that I feel like people are actually watching me. It was a bit intimidating at first, but it felt great finally getting even a small amount of exposure for the first time. I never intended to become a DVD channel, but I felt like if I continue making content that wasn't DVD related, I'd go back into the cycle of losing a subscriber a week. So for the past few months, I played DVD more than I ever had. At first, it was a good time because I do genuinely like this game. It was comical to me and made for what I thought was good content when survivors would be super toxic in endgame chat. This, however, did not last and became one of the reasons I couldn't get myself to play this game anymore and record more videos. It also got to a point where I feel like I was grasping for straws and uploaded any Salt content that came my way, even when it wasn't that bad, catering to the one-sided players that absolutely hate survivors, and I fell in this sort of rabbit hole of only wanting to make content that had Salt in it. With all this taken into account, here's reasons why I've fallen off with Dead by Daylight. I'm going to talk about this topic a little bit more at the end with my last reason because it really does need its own section. Here's a scenario for you. Imagine you want to make a video that's not a Saw reaction video and you just want to show off some skills, do challenges, and have some good matches. Imagine starting off the game with a hook at 5 gens and the survivor staggered out of place for the perfect opportunity to capitalize. Now imagine that survivor you just downed got up and stupidly started to heal another teammate within a 10-meter radius and decides to DC when you, the killer, decides that you don't want to farm. What is going on? What is going on, dude? Can I just play like a game where they don't fucking rage quit? Now what I can do is give the person the benefit of the doubt and say they had an internet issue and accidentally disconnected. So let's do another scenario. Let's say you're Huntress on Midwich and want to sharpen your hatchet throwing skills on one of the worst maps for that specific killer. You're having a great game where you hook 3 different survivors while landing a ton of shots before a single gen could even be finished. You stupidly find the first survivor you hooked who wasn't even on death hook and... oh my god, dude. Why? I don't even think he was on death hook. I don't get these people, bro. Literally can't give me the win whatsoever. I feel like I don't have to say this because I'm specifically talking about my experiences recently, but this also does happen to survivors. I don't play as much Survivor as I used to because to me it's honestly not as fun alone as it is with a friend, but it can be annoying when a killer does bad and DC's mid-game. You can even see this happen a few times throughout the videos and streams on my channel. DCing correlates directly into my last point, but it's crazy how bad this game has become with entitlement, thinking if you're not having fun because you're not doing well, you should DC every time. Now this opinion is one of the main reasons I've held off from making this video, but I feel like I need to address it. I've talked about this a while ago with my This Is Skill-Based Matchmaking video, and a good amount of people agreed. I'm not going to try to say the same things I did in that video because I've already explained how sometimes it's infuriating playing killer when you don't want to sweat every game, but when you do decent in one game, the system pairs you with crazy Survive with Friends that has every meta perk imaginable. This topic was actually sparked from Potato Legion's video, So Many Second Chances, Frustrating Game. In this video, he starts playing great until the Survivor's meta perks kicked in. I saw comments on this video saying how he could have played better in different situations, which is 100% true, but I feel like at times killers can't get a break or even play sweaty, dirty, can't camp, can't tunnel without being flamed or criticized. We're expected to play a super sweat-filled game with survivors who bring perks that give them a second, third, fourth, fifth chance with the press of a singular button without complaining or thinking that it's not fair in any way.
But Reaper, killers have no ed.
Oh, you mean the perk that only goes off if all gens are done and can easily be broken before all gens are done? That one? With the addition of boons, it's safe to say no, it isn't as powerful as you think it is. Yes, I can agree it is annoying at times, but when it comes to balance, it just doesn't add up. My main issue is I don't want to have to sweat every game as killer and have to play dirty to get a win when survivors only have to press a single button to completely derail a game. I'm not in Otstarva or Potato Legion, so I'm not thrilled to get home after a long day of work to play DBD against Survive with Friends with meta perks. When I actually do good or decide to counter all the second chances by camping and tunneling, they either DC or I get trashed on. There isn't a whole lot to say on this topic because personally I haven't dealt with too many hackers while playing, but I had to put this section in because I think it's crazy that hacking is still a rampant problem. I constantly see the same 5 creators on TikTok who openly hack and show it off as if it were a flex without any real punishment. Another huge issue I have on the topic of hacking in this game is there's a system implemented in the game called Easy Anti-Cheat. This system is so broken that it doesn't stop actual hackers, but it stops me from playing because I have lights on in my computer and the system sees that as a hack. This is such a small thing compared to everything else on this topic, but it really does show how busted their anti-cheat system is. My final reason as to why I've fallen out of Dead by Daylight is the absolute toxic and vile community. As I said previously, I laughed at the people that would come into endgame chat and be awful because of something I did or the perks or add-ons I had. It was funny to me and made some good content, but as time went on, when I just wanted to relax and play a game without recording, this got old very fast. I felt like these reactions were ridiculous, which they are, but always had this nasty feeling every time I'd upload a salty reaction video that people would come into the comments saying how I'm in the wrong for complaining about how I think someone on an online video game is out of pocket for calling someone names and saying they're bad because they didn't have fun. The craziest thing is, that gut feeling I had was right. Now this didn't happen a lot or all the time, but the fact that this game's community is so divided is crazy. It feels as if you can't have a certain opinion about how the game works without someone seeing it as a personal attack on them. I sometimes feel hypocritical saying this because I upload reactions from people who complain, but the difference about them is they go into the game's chat or even add me as a friend to tell me how bad I am and how I should off myself. I am well aware of video game trash talk and toxicity. Trust me, I used to play Overwatch competitively, but this game is one of the worst when it comes to those things. So bad that even the developers have taken away special skins from creators because of criticism. Honestly, what kind of example are you setting for the fans of your own game? I'm not sure if it's just me, but I've noticed a ton of videos by my favorite content creators in the past 2 months upload salty survivor content or stream specific experiments to see if people get mad at simply playing a certain way. If that doesn't say anything about this community, then I don't know what does. It's crazy seeing the game you once loved crumble into a toxic, entitled mess. Speaking of entitlement, it's gotten so bad that I've seen TikToks of people who've been locked out of games for hours because of DCing, playing the victim, saying how they only DC'd once and how it's essentially the killer's fault that they weren't having fun. I've also seen both killers and survivors reach for salty content just so the one side that they're on, killer or survivor, can band together and confirm why they hate each other. This is not the game I once loved anymore. It's hard for me to even play more than one game without feeling like I'm not having fun. Will I ever return to this game? Maybe. Time will tell. I totally haven't given up on this game because of all the good memories I've had. Like I've said, this game is the reason my channel has blown up a tiny bit. I feel like I should also mention how the video that got my channel 100 plus more subscribers is about how 2 people in DBD told me I was garbage. I think with everything I said, I have a pretty good case as to why I've fallen out of this game. I really wish it wasn't like this, honestly. If you would have asked me months ago, I'd probably disagree with myself, but there's a point in time where it's not about making a YouTube video, it's about playing the game for fun. This is my first video like this, so it's probably all over the place. I feel like, unfortunately, I'm in the situation where I must make DBD content because that's what's giving my channel attention. If you guys are cool with me playing other games such as different horror games on the channel, please don't be shy to let me know. In the meantime, I can't recommend enough my hub channel, SP4G. I've been mainly over there recording games that are actually a ton of fun with no toxicity. Will, what are you doing? Use his head as a decoy. Oh shit!
Bro, how the fuck?
You're like, damn, you're teabagging. It's like up and up.
Hold on,
Oh
bro.
shit! Oh shit!
Oh, let's go in!
Right, you got teabagged by Dylan.
Yes, sir.
So if you're into me and want to watch more than DVD content, please check out SPRG. Okay, I finally said my piece, and I'll eventually return. Thanks for watching. Peace out.